A very good morning, students. I hope you all are fine staying at home. Now back to English class. In the last class, we did the chapter Wonderful Waste. We understood what is there in the whole chapter. Now as you can see, it says Part 2. Now in Part 2, we are going to discuss the exercise of Wonderful Waste. So wonderful waste. Now let me tell you a short summary before starting the exercise, as I am sure many might have forgotten what we did in that chapter. So let us start. In Wonderful Waste, there was once Maharaja of Travancore who invited few of his friends for a grand dinner in his palace. So the preparations had started since afternoon. In the afternoon, Maharaja went to the kitchen to check the preparations. When he went to the kitchen, he saw a basket of vegetable scraps lying over there. So he asked the cook what were they going to do with those scraps. The cook replied that they were going to throw away. But Maharaja ordered cook that they have to use this vegetable scrap anyhow. So now the cook was thinking, what can he do with those vegetable scraps? As they cannot be used in the dish, they cannot be used for making something else. But he thought and thought, and he finally decided to make something new using those vegetable scraps. And at last, what did he make using those vegetable scraps? He made a dish. And what was the name of that dish? Yes, it was avial. So this was the story of Wonderful Waste. Now let's proceed to the exercise. So we are going to start with new words. Now in the chapter, you might have come across some new words that you might have seen for the first time or which might be difficult for you. So those new words, we are going to write it down over here. So before we start, I would like to request you all to take your CWs, give the chapter name, and then give the heading, new words, and start writing these 22 words. Let me read out for you all. First word says grand. Second, ordered. Now over here, ordered means we have come across a line, ordered a grand dinner. Here we mean the king organized a grand dinner. Okay. The third is dinner. Fourth, survey. Now survey meaning I had explained in the chapter also. Survey means inspection. Fifth, prepared. 6, scrap. 7, bits. 8, pieces. 9, commanded. Now commanded I explained, that is giving order. 10, staring. Now what is the meaning of staring? Looking at something with a fixed eye. 11, suddenly. 12, flashed. 13, cleaned. 14, strips. Now what is the meaning of strips? That long, narrow pieces. Now 15, ground. Now the meaning of this ground is not the one in which you play. The ground over here is the past tense of grind. That is crushing something into a fine paste. 16, tempting. Tempting over here we mean mouth-watering. 17, whipped. 18, poured. 19, guests. 20, eager. 21, avial. 22, traditional. Now we are going to start with glossary. These are some word meanings that are given in your textbook also. So let us start. First word is in a fix, meaning a situation hard to escape from. Now we read a sentence in the chapter cook was in a fix. It means in that situation, the cook could not escape from that. He had to use his vegetable scrap. Yes? Second word, flash across the mind, meaning suddenly think of. Now we read a sentence that an idea flashed across his mind. What does it mean? He suddenly thought of something in his mind. Yes? Now the third one, lo and behold. It means, look, what a surprise. When did he say this? When the new dish was ready. So he said, look, what a surprise. A new dish is ready. Now the fourth word, traditional feast. Meaning, hearty meal for many guests served on a special occasion. Now, when we have some special occasions and we have many arriving at your home, we do have some special dishes that we prepare on that occasion. Yes? And we serve to the guests. So that is what is a traditional feast. We have variety of dishes in that. So these are your word meanings. Now I request you all to note it down. Now we are going to start with question answers. Now question answers are not difficult to learn. If you know the summary of the chapter, if you understood the chapter very well, you will be easily able to answer the questions. So let's start. First question. What were the preparations in the palace for? There were preparations for a grand feast in the palace. So obviously we know the preparation was going on for a grand dinner that the king had organized. Now second one. Why did Maharaja go into the kitchen in the afternoon? The answer is, the Maharaja went into the kitchen to see what dishes had been prepared for the feast. Now why did Maharaja go? He went in the kitchen to survey the dishes. Yes, to survey whether the preparations are going properly or not for the dinner. Third question. What had the cook planned to do with the vegetable scrap? The answer is, the cook had planned to throw away the vegetable scraps. Now before the Maharaja came and ordered regarding using the vegetable scrap, what did the cook plan before? He planned that they are going to throw away the scraps. Yes? So these are the three question answers, thing which is very easy to learn for you all, and they are not hard also. If you repeat it 2 or 3 times, you will easily learn it. Now, next, as a continuation and answer the following, you have state whether the following are true or false. Now, there are some statements given to you. You have to find out whether those statements are true or whether those statements are false. Now, the first statement. The king had ordered a dinner in the palace. Is it true? Did we study that? Yes, we studied that. The king had organized a grand dinner in his palace. So the statement is true. Second one. No one had heard of or tasted avial before. Now was it that the cook made avial for the first time? What did we study in the chapter? That the cook had made avial from the vegetable scrap, and it was totally a new idea that the cook had made. Yes? So avial was a dish that nobody heard or tasted before. So yes, this statement is also true. Now the third one. The cook had planned to make another dish using the vegetable scraps. Now do you think that before the Maharaja ordered or commanded him, he had already planned to use the vegetable scraps? No, he did not plan. We studied in the answer the following in the previous one that he had planned to throw away the vegetable scrap. So what is the statement? The statement is false. Yes, now as the next question, and this is the last question. Now, there are some ingredients given to you and you have to find out which were the ingredients used in making avial. So now you have to circle the ingredients of avial in the box below. So what are the ingredients? Let us read one by one and let us recall. Was this ingredient in the chapter? Okay, so we will get our answer. The first one, chilies. Did he use chilies? Yes, he used chilies. Making paste. Then groundnut. Did he use groundnut? No. Wood? No. Vegetable scraps? No or yes? Yes. He used vegetable scraps. Using vegetable scraps only he made avial. Next, coconut. Yes, he used coconut at last. Then roasted peanuts. No, we didn't even read about this in the chapter. Then comes curd. Yes, he whipped some curd. I hope you remember. He whipped some curd and he had poured it in the pot. Comes pot. Yes, he used pot to cook vegetables. Without that, how would he cook? Next, garlic. Yes, garlic chilies used together and made a paste. Then comes broken bangles. Now, do you use broken bangles or bangles in making a dish? No, bangles are used as jewelry. If you don't use it in making a dish. Next comes basket. Used basket? No. Then last, curry leaves. Yes, he decorated the dish with curry leaves. So these were the ingredients he used in making avial. So let us again revise. He used chilies, vegetable scrap, coconut, curd, pot, garlic and curry leaves. Yes. Now all the students note down these exercises in your CWs. So here we finish with wonderful waste. Thank you.